What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan is experiencing its first cold front of the year, with sleet in the Matsu Islands for the first time in 18 years. Many older and at-risk people are finding it hard to cope with the weather, with more than 600 people already having been sent to the hospital. Jaime Ocon reports.
Patients are being rushed for emergency care as Taiwan temperatures dipped below 10 degrees Celsius over the weekend. It's the first cold spell of the year, and it's proving to be a challenge for the elderly.
年纪大的人要小心，尤其现在的高血压、天气冷，血压会高。我们常强调，围巾很好用哦，保护颈部甚至头部，弄到肚脐那上面。
With over 630 people reportedly hospitalized due to the cold, doctors are urging the public to dress warmly and stay indoors. They also advise the elderly to seek medical attention if they develop any feelings of discomfort. Temperatures are expected to stay low for this week, prompting the government to issue a cold surge advisory for many areas in Taiwan, where ground level temperatures have dropped below 6 degrees. Areas like Xueshan near central Taiwan have been covered in snow, a winter wonderland for many visitors. But as the cold surge continues, officials are reminding people to layer up and stay warm. Chris Ma and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
A netizen in Taiwan has ignited debate about quarantine package inspections after food delivered to them by family members was spoiled by quarantine officials. It led them to ask whether they were in quarantine or prison. But health authorities defended the inspections. James Chater reports.
Beef with a side of cigarettes? These are some of the prohibited items Taiwan's health officials have found in packages sent to government-run quarantine facilities. As well as cigarettes, there's been alcohol and even small packets of drugs. Taiwanese health official released these videos after widespread debate online about package inspections. It was sparked by a person complaining food sent to them while in quarantine had been crushed.
那事实上，我们在这里面也查过，有多起的里面有放相关的违禁品，甚至是相关的这些我们不喜欢的这些毒品简单就这样讲。那这些在进去对整体的一个管制是不好的。
But the sometimes invasive inspections have led some people online to say that while in quarantine, they're treated like criminals. An allegation denied by Wang Pisheng, the health official who released the videos.
不是像对待犯人的，我们是对待家人一样在关心他。那希望他能够这个平安。那希望所有在检疫所的人也能够平安。
In a Sunday Facebook post, Wang elaborated that being in quarantine is not a holiday. He added that only unusual packages are inspected and the proportion containing restricted items is high. Arrivals to Taiwan must quarantine for at least a week. During that time, neither alcohol nor cigarettes can be sent into the facility. Taiwan's health chief said the inspections would remain, but has requested officials handle the packages more carefully.
这样的情形有这样感觉，我们会提醒他在做相关检查的时候，能够尽量不要就是说破坏，会让觉得不舒服了。
Regardless of how the inspections are conducted, health officials hope any outside meals delivered to quarantine facilities won't have unexpected side dishes. Patrick Chen and James Chater for TaiwanPlus.
Will he or won't he? The next step for Taipei Mayor Ke Wen-je has been on the lips of political commentators for months. Now his wife has given the strongest hint yet that the doctor-turned-politician will run for Taiwan's president in 2024. Ke shot onto the political scene in 2014 as an independent, winning the Taipei mayoral election. After earning re-election in 2018, he formed the Taiwan People's Party, which is currently the third largest party in the legislature. Initially seen as an ally of the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, Ke has been sharply critical of the government in recent years. On Sunday, Ke's wife Peggy Chen took to Facebook, saying Ke has made it clear he is preparing for a run at the presidency. Premier Su Zhenchang has weighed in on the controversy over a Taiwanese speed skater who wore a Chinese national team uniform. Huang Yuting triggered an online backlash when a training video of her wearing a Chinese skin suit went viral shortly before the opening of the Beijing Winter Olympics. Huang went on to represent Taiwan at the Games. Taiwan's athletes have regularly met with outrage in China for displaying emblems related to Taiwan. Huang's case is a rare example of the situation in reverse. On Monday, Premier Su said her action was extremely inappropriate and has called for a further investigation. A Taiwanese publisher has pulled a book about the history of spicy food in China and apologized to its Chinese author because its editors incorrectly changed how a word referred to China. The errors made for some puzzling content, as Louise Watt explains.
The chili pepper holds an important place in Chinese cuisine, to the extent that its history is explored in a new book by a Chinese researcher at Guangdong Sun Yat-sen University, Cao Yu. But when the Taiwanese edition of the History of Spicy Food in China hit shelves in Taiwan, it caused an unexpected stir. Editors had changed all references to the continent to read China. The Mandarin word Da Lu means continent, but it's also used to refer to mainland China. Some Taiwanese are against calling China the mainland, as it suggests that Taiwan is a part of China. The changes meant the Taiwanese version of the book had Christopher Columbus discovering the new China instead of just a new continent. The author expressed his unhappiness on Facebook, saying he never meant for it to be written that way. Readers also flooded the publisher, Ryefield Publishing, with complaints. A lawmaker from the opposition Kuomintang has blamed the government. She said, "It is sad that the Tsai administration's continuing anti-China protect Taiwan stance leads to these kinds of ideologically motivated changes because people feel compelled to be politically correct." A legislator from President Tsai's ruling Democratic Progressive Party responded to the criticism.
应该是出版社校对翻译的错误，他们自己更正即可，国民党不必无限上纲。
The publisher has apologized to the author and readers and says the errors are the result of negligent proofreading by an editor. It plans to publish a new version. Alex Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Colombia has said it will soon declare hippopotamuses an exotic invasive species. The government also said it would control the animals' numbers. Colombia's population of 130 hippos descend from animals imported illegally from Africa in the 1980s by flamboyant drug lord Pablo Escobar. Their numbers could reach 400 in 8 years if nothing is done. Hundreds of people took to the streets of Taipei on Sunday to call for a constitutional amendment guaranteeing animal rights. The activists braved low temperatures and heavy rain on their march from the presidential office to the legislature. They want lawmakers to support the amendment so that it can be put to a public vote alongside November's local elections. In Taiwan, constitutional changes must first be agreed on by 75% of lawmakers and then approved in a national referendum. The government is currently deciding on possible amendments to be voted on later this year. Despite a cold and rainy day in Taipei, the local Filipino community turned out on Sunday for a parade to mark the feast of Santo Niño, a key date in Philippines' religious calendar. The festival, named Beats for Peace, featured colorful traditional dresses and creative costumes with music and dancing. The organizers called the event a way to bring Philippine culture to Taiwan amid the disruption to international travel caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Erika Liu. Finally today, we leave you with some aerial footage of the Kaohsiung Lantern Festival. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. See you next time. Take care.